give you any, when you start, it's really strange. When you start a live stream, it doesn't give you, it doesn't be like, are you sure you want to go live? But when you stop, it double checks and makes sure if you want to go live or not. But yeah, you can, we've started. Welcome to the stream, everyone. My apologies for the belated start. Had a issue, like the brightness wasn't working, the capture card was on the fritz, my mouse is on the fritz with this computer. I don't know if it's the mouse itself or what's going on, but I overcame about 3 technical hurdles to bring you the Wednesday stream. I am your man out of Japan, Jay Contra, and today we are streaming Crash Warped. Is this a numbered Crash or is it just Crash Warped?
3.
This is Crash 3. I will be on the couch today, or the chair, as it were.
Oh, babe, you've got
What?
to pop in and out the memory card. It's
Okay, alright.
another technical issue.
Is that this thing in the back?
Oh, baby, you should have done that.
What? You said pop it in and out.
Yeah, but I needed to turn it off first.
Oh.
Okay.
Hold on. Okay, I've reseated the memory card. Welcome, Darcy Nintendo Fancy Kerbloops. The basic training cut. Yeah, you know, I think, yeah, so I decided that I did not want, you're not going to dox yourself with this, are you?
What?
No, you'll be fine. You're not going to give away your PS Vita handle.
Oh, I don't care. It's sugar-free.
So, yeah, I decided that my hair was getting too long. It's going to be really hard to wash. And I didn't want to risk getting corona for a haircut. So I just had George buzz everything off. For one, because I wanted to actually see like what it was like. And it's still very, very strange, you know, when you run the fingers through the hair. It's really weird. Although I am surprised, it's actually coming in quite quickly. So it was only, what?
Sony Computer Entertainment Europe presents a Universal Interactive Studios production.
So, Naughty Dog? Did they work on this? Or are they just like, oh,
Naughty Dog!
oh, they did the first 3 of them. Oh, I don't even have a microphone. There we go. Okay.
Crash Bandicoot 4!
There we go. I think this thing's on. Is there any backstory we need to be aware of?
All the Crash Bandicoot games have the same story. That Dr. Cortex is gonna blow up the world with some crap, and Crash has to stop that from happening.
There was the first, or the Crash remake for PS4. What games does that have on it? Is it just the
1,
first
2,
one?
and 3,
1,
yeah.
2, and 3? Have you played that one?
No. So, oh, something's going wrong. Let's hope that doesn't continue.
Yeah, looks all right to me.
Yeah, but did you see it was like stuttering?
Oh, I thought you just hit the pause button or something.
No, that wasn't me, that was this thing.
Maybe it's
Oh,
poor,
is it if I turn that quickly?
poor emulation. Hold on, I'll plug it into my computer. Running low on juice.
That might be why it didn't
Really?
Yeah, sometimes.
There, hopefully it's charging. Gotta have like two computers going on for this to even happen. Really gotta get like a longer cord. I wish the webcam had a longer cord, because if you want some inside baseball for this, the the webcam is right now on a tripod, and the cord is going right in front of the television.
Yeah, it's a little wrong.
It's annoying, but I can't. Yeah, I don't know unless I can find some kind of USB extender, which might be, and I don't even know if I'd need to find like a USB 3 extender or something.
So the reason why I refuse to play the remasters is because I don't like Crash Bandicoot 1 for a start, and they put the Crash Bandicoot 1 physics in every game. So it's the worst physics of the 3 games in all 3 games. So why would I play an inferior version? That's my opinion.
Okay. Fancy asks, have I experienced the large haircut energy boost? He finds that after a really big haircut, he's brimming with a little extra enthusiasm energy throughout the day. I've definitely felt better, I think, about it, because I was really scraggly before. And it's really nice to be able to, you can, like, because before when I would, like, wash my hair, it was a whole thing where you gotta put in all the soap, put in all the extra conditioner. Now you're just like, you know, you put in just a little dollop. You're clean and you're done. There's that, and I remember the first, because this is the first time I've ever, like, sheared off my hair like this. And so it definitely felt like, it's definitely a little bit crisp, a little bit cooler, especially because the weather around here is very cold.
I've only cut my hair once.
George just doxed herself by admitting that she's only cut her hair once in the last 12 years. I'm getting definite Thunderball vibes with this. I can tell you, so the thing I hate the most about the James Bond series, and I love James Bond, but if I could take away anything from the James Bond movies to make them better, it would be basically every underwater sequence.
Yeah, underwater sequences are the worst part, but these aren't terrible to be fair, but they're better if they were there.
I think they're bad in general. I think even the ones in Donkey Kong Country, they're not that great, and they really stress me out because, like, I just feel like I'm gonna suffocate.
But Crash is a little squid.
Yes. But this definitely reminds me of, like, when James Bond was like, the things. This is apparently something that only evil corporations or evil villains have, which is the things like what are these even called? Like the little jet ski. I thought jet ski was above water.
Yeah, I don't know. It's
But
not a real thing, I don't believe.
yeah, but like
Correct me if I'm wrong. There.
yeah,
I don't
but
think
like
it's real.
underwater jet skis that take you underneath the water and will move you so you don't have to swim. But the ones in James Bond will have like harpoons on them so that you can like shoot at people. Oh my god, are you going to do this one go?
Let's see.
So the other day, if you want inside baseball, once we figured out how to hook the Vita TV up using our HDMI splitter, George basically worked on this for like an hour to try and get platinum. And hopefully...
This is not time trial now, so
Oh,
I
okay.
can't get platinum, but,
When can you
I'll
do time trial? I see. You don't have to beat the game, you can just do the time trial after the level.
After you beat the level, one, you should do next time.
Oh.
I tried to miss it. That's why.
Oh. One and done.
Yeah, I played some of it. Like this. That's my streams.
Because if you were doing time trials, then you would have been taking those uh,
The relics,
ramps to get up.
So there's in Crash 2, there's only gems and crystals. Crystals open up one ending. Gems open up the second ending. And then in Crash 3, they added relics. I don't know, but they open up levels. They open up extra levels. So if you want to get the good ending, to get all the gems, you need to get all the relics also to open up the last 5 levels. Which I will not. Because in Crash 3 there's 2 secret levels and then there's 5 levels which unlock by getting the relics.
Fancy says that the level select reminds him of Gauntlet Legends / Dark Legacy. Big memories. Yeah, I don't remember actually playing Gauntlet Legends itself, but I do remember when I was in middle school, I went to this comic shop that in the basement they had like a gaming area for cards and Warhammer 40K. And they had a Gauntlet Legends machine there that I would play every once so often. So that's my memory. That and the N64 game. I think I might have actually had a friend that had Gauntlet Legends, but I can't. I remember the sound effects. I remember one of them being like, "Food is good," but other than that, I actually can't tell you anything about the game. That I probably could have saved a lot of money if I just had not put quarters into that machine.
God, turn that end a bit quick.
But that reminds me, that's now getting me onto my my idea of getting an arcade machine.
Oh, it just did that. Let's redo another one.
Is that supposed to be Cortex's head in the background?
Yes.
Is that like his evil lair?
Yeah.
I wonder if this was before or after Austin Powers and The Spy Who Shagged Me. I hope. 98, Spy Who Shagged Me. That feels like it must have been post-millennium. When did that come out? Spy Who Shagged Me, she was in it in the very beginning. But it was mostly Heather Graham. Oh, sorry, Heather Graham.
Yeah. Name is Heather Graham.
It's Heather Graham. That's what we say in real English.
Wait, is she American?
Yeah, of course. I think. She might be Canadian. Ooh. I'm Canadian. My mom was born in Canada.
Oh my god, I'm doing such a good job.
Heather Graham, Milwaukee. She's from Milwaukee. Let's go. 1999. So actually, Austin Powers stole Dr. Evil's evil lair that was inside a giant version of his head from Crash. I don't know, actually. I don't know if that's true because I can't think of, not even in the James Bond films. None of the James Bond, they happen in evil layers, like volcanic evil layers, but none of them happen in an evil layer in the shape of the villain's head. There's sometimes skull layers. There'll be a giant skull. But it's Cortex's skull, which I think is more relevant. Can you believe that like Elizabeth Hurley's like 50 years old? Well, she's like 55.
Oh, yeah. I respect Elizabeth Hurley because she said, like, I essentially ate spinach every day and I can't see when you eat. Yeah, you're always doing it, and I'm like, I can't see anything. Yeah, because she's like, I just eat spinach every day and I cry all the time because I'm so hungry. It's like, well, at least someone admits it.
I
I
once
mean, I get that she has to do it for her job, but...
I once heard someone say that women, when they go out for like parties and stuff at night, they're basically both hungry and cold.
Yeah.
That describes how they're feeling
Yeah.
in the inside.
Well, you sort of get it, but yeah, you don't bring a jacket.
You haven't done this in one go. I'm very disappointed.
Really bad for me, though, to be fair. Like, usually I'm way better.
Which would you say is your best Crash game?
Might be this one. And like these jet ski levels are like some of my favourites. All the Coco like two of my favourite levels. So like the fact that I did so poorly at that one is really,
Is Coco the only one that rides stuff?
yeah, that's her thing. Because sometimes I think maybe in Crash 4 she's in like normal platforming levels, but she's very slow. Like she doesn't jump very high, she doesn't run very fast. Like that's her. That's the point. Is that she's very good at riding things, but she's not very good at doing normal platforming like Crash. That's why I liked Crash and Coco, like they work together like that. And then in the remakes, they were just like, oh, we're just gonna make Coco a skin of Crash, so you can play as either at any time because they're like gender equality. But that's not what I like. Oh I forgot.
Weak.
I
Weak.
thought he did his little pattern first, but he didn't. He jumped off first. So.
Welcome, Robert Torres, to the stream. How's it going? Playing Crash 3 Warped. But this is not an official... Hold on, I need to investigate this. I need to look into the... Let's see. Oh, I see. So in America, it was just Crash Bandicoot Warped. But in Europe, it was Crash Bandicoot 3. So it's very much a Final Fantasy situation.
And that little like cheap spot there, they kept it in the remake, but they throw cheesy.
Will you be playing Crash Bandicoot 4?
The new one.
It's about time to release on October 2nd, 2020.
Oh really? Now? Oh, then maybe, yeah.
It will, however, not be made by Naughty Dog. It's being made by Toys for Bob?
Is that who made the remakes? I think it's made by the people who made the
Let's see. No, that was Vicarious Visions, was the Crash Bandicoot Insane trilogy.
Well, yeah, I probably will, but like, I didn't think Crash 4 was that bad, the one made by Traveller's Tales. But apparently they're erasing the fact that Crash 4 existed now because this is now Crash 4 apparently.
You mean the Wrath of Cortex?
Yeah.
Yes, that has apparently been
And thankfully they're pretending that Twin Sanity never
memory hold. Yes.
that game should have never existed. And now that's the only Crash game I never finished because I hated it so much. So the reason I never finished Twin Sanity is because they didn't have like a walkthrough system like this. Instead it was like just an open world, I guess, because it was the time when everything was open world. And I tried really hard to get like it took me loads and loads of attempts to get up this hill to where I thought I was meant to be going, and it turns out that it was like a very previous area that I'd been to when I finally got there. And it has an autosave thing, so after that I couldn't get back down, and I would have had to have redone it all from there. And the game was just a frustrating nightmare, like way before that, but that was the point when I was like, done.
Why do all of the enemies have, like, nerd glasses on?
They're like robots or something. I don't know exactly, but it's like they're not real goats.
They're not real goats? What?
You know what I mean? Like, they're not. I think everyone's like a robot, like, text and names or something. Yeah, you can also try to get into that station. To get out of the way.
Robert asks, a very interesting question. What do you think of the future of gaming? There are new consoles we are getting these holidays. Do you think it's bad that they are really looking into keeping games digital? Well, I think we do need to recognize that, you know, I was looking into it the other day, and I think Switch is like the only console where I think more than 50% of the games are digital. Or it's like 47% of Switch sales are digital. Or physical, I mean. Whereas then, you like contrast that with the Xbox One X or whatever the new one is. I have no idea.
I think it's one.
There's the Xbox S with.
Oh, S. Yeah, is the new one.
Yeah, there's the Xbox One S,
Which is the PS4.
which is the PS4 Pro. No, but there's the next box.
That one's called the Xbox again, I believe. I'm not sure.
What is that even called? That's how bad. Like, think about how bad Xbox branding is. Is where they go Xbox, Xbox 360, Xbox One, Xbox One S, and then no one even has any idea what the next Xbox is supposed to be.
Xbox One X.
It might be it might.
Because then the anacronym or whatever is Xbox again.
God.
Just to be confusing.
It's the Xbox Series X.
Oh.
Will release in November. Because yes, there's the one that has the disc, and then did they actually release an all-digital Xbox? They released an all-digital Xbox One.
The PlayStation 5 will be digital.
Yes. And you know, I was thinking about doing a reaction video or something, because I was reading a Kotaku article that was like, yeah, well, it was like, it was this thing where they had asked a bunch of Kotaku writers if they felt that physical games, or like which they preferred, digital or physical games. And like out of the, I think 7 people they asked, 6 of them preferred digital games. Well, I think I had some really weird thoughts about it, because on the one hand, the thing is that they're probably all playing like review copies that are digital, so like they don't need to have physical games.
Oh, poopers.
I also thought one of the weirdest things they said as like to support them not buying physical games was that physical games was contributing to climate change. I thought that was really strange, because for one, it's like not really, or at least like
right.
it's like.
If you want to stop climate change, stop eating meat.
Yeah, for one, stop eating meat, but for two, like, you have to realize that individual choices, the climate change that we're producing by our individual choices, are infinitesimal compared to the choices of giant corporations that are polluting the atmosphere.
No, actually, no, that's not true. Like 80% of climate change is due to meat. It's
Oh,
like,
yeah?
Yeah, like agricultural industry.
Well, see, but that's the agricultural industry, and
Yeah, but that's down to our choices to eat meat. I I'm not saying that. I don't give a shit about climate change. But I'm just saying, like, if someone really wanted to do that, they would definitely be vegetarian.
Yes, but there's also the thing where most agricultural production is just waste because, like, when you think, like, I remember watching this documentary or whatever, and they were like looking at peaches, and they were like they only really sell about, like, 10 to 20% of the peaches they actually harvest.
No, but like vegetable production isn't that bad. It's animal farming, animal agriculture.
Yeah,
is
that
like 80%
yeah,
of
yeah.
climate change. But people don't like listening to that.
Yeah, so I thought it was a really weird cross to bear that, oh, I'm buying digital games.
Yeah.
And first of all, think about the actual machines that you're playing your digital games on. They probably have, like, conflict minerals used in their production. They're made in factories in, like, Mexico and China that don't have great labor codes. We have to recognize that there is no ethical consumption under capitalism. So, like, trying to justify your joy of digital games versus physical games is like you're really just kidding yourself.
To be fair, I've only spoken to one person ever that did digital physical.
Yeah.
And the reason they gave was that it annoys them to find the cartridge with the disc and put it in that system,
That was what most people said.
which is fair.
Yeah.
I'm very pro.
Yeah, I am very into physical games. One, because I'm getting older and I'm stubborn, but also because I am. What I like to do is if I don't have a physical manifestation of something, I will basically just ignore it and believe that it doesn't exist. So when I think about all of the games that I have on, like, Steam, like, they basically may as well not exist to me, because unless I'm actually physically putting in the game, unless it has some, even if it's a lightweight Switch cartridge, like, I don't give it any bother.
People also give that argument because people say that they don't like digital because, one day your games will disappear forever.
Yeah,
But
that's pretty common. It's like you're renting games, you're not buying them.
and then other people say, well, you can use digital games to fire.
Yeah.
We posted them recently because we lost them.
Yeah, it's really just a matter of degrees because, nothing's permanent. But also, Steam's been around for 20 years now. I don't see it going anywhere. As far as I know, you can still download PS3 games. I think the Wii shop closed. Can you still download? But I think the shop's closed, but I think you might still be able to download.
I'm not sure. I think
Yeah, I need to. Let me look into this. That'd be interesting, because that's the real test case. Because you have to think about how popular...
Oh, as if! That's so annoying. He's first place.
Yeah, oh my god. So the Wii is just, Nintendo's most popular console. So if they are willing to cut off Wii servers, and it's only been 15 years since the Wii first came out. And I guess it's been what? Let's see... Let's see. Well, according to a GameFAQs forum post, which is, the 100% true, much like Wikipedia, it says you'll still be able to re-download games you have already purchased. You just can't purchase new games. Ooh, that's another. Looking this up, dead air. Although I think that's what's nice about streaming, because like in podcasts, I know in the H3H3 podcast, they often complain about dead air, but at least we've got the game going on, so you can at least have a little bit of dead air. You at least have that.
Well, one of the streams I watch, like, the joke is that he never talks in the stream.
Which stream friend is that? shenanigans. But he's like, because I mean, I feel like speedrunners can get away with not talking because they're so focused on the game.
Well, I am speedrunning.
Yes. So that's why I've got to be on the couch here.
Yeah, this is my 6th speedrun time. If you want to know what the world record for Crash 3 is, it's much better. It probably hasn't been there.
Well, so with the PSP, you can. Yeah, apparently you can still download PSP games. Although you can actually still buy PSP games. You have to do it through the PlayStation Store.
But the only PSP games available are the ones that are also available on Vita, so there is a lot of games.
Yeah.
Would like ported over the top, if you get what I mean.
Abdullah, welcome to the stream. 80s Retro Gamer, welcome back. Glad to see you back in the stream. Hold on, sorry, I'm catching up with chat here because I was trying to look up whether you can still download PSP games. Let's see. Fancy says, I feel like having the disc is a better idea. Long term, consider if the PS Store server or whatever goes away.
Yeah.
I think, but also, like, discs, the thing is even physical media, aside from cartridges, which will essentially last forever. Although, weirdly enough, maybe not, because actually cartridges, as far as I can tell, all of the old, like, Famicom, NES cartridges, and even Super Nintendo cartridges, they have capacitors in them that could leak.
Well, we know recently because I was playing. I was trying to play Pokemon Mystery Dungeon and my Game Boy Advance was no longer saved.
That's so weird because
That's meant to be the flash drive or something. So
yeah, those.
Replace the battery. Yeah.
Those, yeah, because they're flash memory. The thing about Game Boy Advance cartridges is.
Work it though if you use the Game Boy Advance.
Yeah.
So,
So
it's a 20-hour game.
yeah, so Game Boy Advance games, as far as I know, don't use battery backup saves. They use flash memory. But the thing about flash memory is that you only have a certain amount of saves to write before the flash memory gets used up. You only have a certain amount of write cycles. And so once you do that, it's the same for like solid state hard drives, whereas the disk-based hard drives, you can technically erase and rewrite data infinitely. It's basically just until the drive mechanism wears out. But with solid state drives, you can only write over the data available so many times before it then becomes useless. But I heard that it was like if you're on like it depends upon the size, and I think the Game Boy Advance cartridges, they're a small size. So that means it's much more limited. Whereas if you have like a terabyte solid state hard drive, I heard that it was like you could basically download like 10 Blu-rays every day for like 50 years by the time you hit its read-write cycle limit. That's actually something I need to write.
I played that game once before, so maybe I saved a lot of times in that time, but like, surely not enough.
I'm coming up with a video of the things that are going to destroy our old video games. I'll add that to the list. So yeah, 80s Retro Gamer confirms that you can download games for the PSP still. Although I think for the PSP Go, I think if you already have games, you'll be fine. But the thing is, you can buy the games through the PS Store, and then you can transfer them from your PS3. That's what you can do.
Yeah. Because I was talking about I wanted the Sega Genesis collection, PSP or whatever, on my Vita, and yeah, I got PS3, so I can't get it.
See, Cal, sorry if I'm Kaye, sorry if I'm pronouncing your name incorrectly. Welcome to the stream. They ask, why did you choose YouTube to stream instead of Twitch? So yes, that's something. George really likes Twitch. She likes watching a few people on Twitch. My thing is that if we streamed on Twitch, I don't believe anybody would watch because it would be cutting the audience. I don't have a following on Twitch. And I could maybe make an announcement. You could develop one, and it would maybe be good to branch out so that the channel wouldn't be wholly dependent on YouTube. But I felt like YouTube, for me personally, just the YouTube integration is, I feel, a lot better. I know Twitch is more interactive, and maybe we'll do some test streams. Like maybe, I don't know, maybe that might be something to test out in the next couple of days. Is just put up like an announcement on the channel and see if anybody comes over, because I feel like the growth on Twitch, I feel, is also very limited, because on YouTube not really many people are streaming games. So if you are streaming, you've already got that audience. You've got a lot of people who are on YouTube, whereas Twitch, there's just so much competition that I don't feel like we would be getting a good audience. Although, curiously enough, there's not that many people streaming retro games. There doesn't seem to be many popular retro streamers on Twitch. So, but maybe that's something we could do. Maybe that's a niche we could fill. Robert says he follows us on Twitch. We streamed there years ago. I haven't streamed there in the last 5 years, I want to say. But Robert also asks, isn't the Dreamcast really bad with disc rot? I don't actually know. I haven't heard about the Dreamcast. The only system that I've heard that is really bad with disc rot is the GameCube, particularly in North America, and that might just be manufacturing deficiencies. If disc rot actually becomes a problem, I think it is sort of a problem. I think it's not that big of a problem yet. But we'll, of course, have all of those PC Engine games and Mega Drive games, or the Mega Drive CD games. Those will be the sort of the warning sign of if we have any actual problems with disc rot. Of course, laser discs blew up. I mean, they've blown up just because laser discs are apparently not manufactured well. But that was, of course, the first time we were doing optical discs, really, in a consumer capacity. Yeah, 80s Retro Gamer says there's a few retro streamers. We'll see. I think the max concurrent streamers we've been getting here has been about 20, which I feel is pretty good. And we'll see if... I think the problem for us is really just the weird time slot that we've got. But we might... Yeah, maybe we'll test it out. I'll put up a... I don't... Yeah, it's connecting the YouTube audience. You'd have to convert the YouTube audience because we've got 6,000 subscribers. It's converting that YouTube audience over to Twitch. And every time you add some source of friction, you are seriously cutting down the number of people you could possibly be watching. That's true, but also, I mean, the thing is who would be searching for Crash 3 streamers?
But it also you come up. Oh! See, don't put the mic in my face. I'm always telling you that.
Yeah, we gotta.
Don't point it at me at all. Don't worry about it.
We gotta. I want to get a better mic setup.
See, I'm arguing with you. I'm not focused.
Okay, well, so Fancy says he'd be good with Twitch, but it would stunt viewership initially. And then he mentions that it's easy to export the streams to YouTube. I'm not really concerned with people watching the streams after the fact. I don't think... I know there are some people who watch streams after the fact, but I don't think it's that huge. Yeah, but if the people are good. Do you watch...
Sometimes I just watch when our friends and play Pokemon Video or whatever. So yeah, I would... People like it just to relax,
I suppose. It's potential. We could try the numbers on that. See if it's any better. Because something I've been doing, if you're watching this, then thank you very much, and you're probably been viewing the channel recently. But what I've been doing for the last month, well, it's really been the last almost 3 weeks. It's been the last 3 weeks I've been posting something every day, and that's been in addition to the streams. So if I wanted to do something like that, I'm like, there's no way. I don't think I can sustain this after a month. But a part of that might be posting Twitch streams. That might be, as long as I'm getting a piece of content out per day, then streaming might be the way to achieve that. And it would also help me achieve my goal of streaming all of the games that I actually own. That might be a good thing to do with Twitch, potentially. Yeah, and then Nokos, I'm going to say Nokos because that's the easier one to pronounce. I'm sorry, but he mentions that Twitch definitely is more interactive, and YouTube needs to work on that. I think YouTube has definitely gotten better at it, and especially with the problem is that, like, with the membership program, it's like that costs money. How many people do you need to get partnership?
You need to stream so many hours in a month, like have an average per week or whatever, and you need 70 average concurrent viewers.
Oh man, yeah. So that's that would be a while, I think.
Yeah, but even like partnership just boosts the percentage of revenue you get. Even before Twitch partner, you still get a percentage of revenue. And like the thing is, there's like subs give you like $2 per sub.
So you can sub to someone even if they're not a partner?
Yeah.
Oh, okay, all right, yeah, okay.
Just when they're a partner, then it's like you get $2.50, I think.
Mm-hmm.
You get $2 if you're not a partner.
I see.
Like that, you get slightly more than our partner.
Yeah, and because I definitely want to expand the channel, and I feel like there's only so much you can do with YouTube. Or I guess expand the brand. I guess that's what I should be saying, technically. The J Contra brand. They look like little crashes,
Yeah,
only fish.
They're fine, but they're just really slow.
Are they like genetically engineered crashes? Are they Bandicoot fish? Yeah, 80s Retro Gamer points out that Twitch is really random. Like sometimes you get like a base amount of people, and then other days you get like a few hundred people watching them.
Yeah, because also like Twitch, depending on like interaction and stuff, you put different people on the front page, like because it's the same as the YouTube algorithm.
Yeah.
Like streams like the one you like. So that's the other thing, is that if people are watching Crash Bandicoot, like the one guy I watched, I only found him because I was looking for people streaming Pokemon Red and Blue. Oh yeah. But like normally he doesn't stream that, but that's why I started.
Is that shenanigans? Oh, is this RuneScape guy?
Yeah. So like that's. I watched Twitch that much at the moment actually, but.
He streams 5 days a week, right? I know he's got I remember seeing his title card or his like streaming card. I wanted to say it was 5 days a week from what I remember seeing. Because I think that would be like, I cannot stream every day. Like there's no way. Not if I'm going to do YouTube and Twitch at the same time.
Yeah, he does YouTube and Twitch.
Retro Moments, welcome back to the stream. Are you still in Portugal, my man? I guess, like, where are you from? Are you from Portugal, or are you just, like, visiting? It was at that's vacation. I remember you saying that before in the chat. Fancy says that, yes. So I very much agree, Fancy. You need to have a reliable time. He knows streamers that start at 5 a.m. I think RuneScape guy, he starts at, like, 1 p.m. Yeah, I think 5 a.m. I could do that because that would be 11 o'clock here.
Yeah.
And I remember, the thing is with Twitch streaming, I definitely remember, reading this article about some lady who, like, she had like a regular 9 to 5, and so she would wake up at like 4 o'clock in the morning so that she could stream from like 5 to 8, and then she would go to her job. Wow. That's real hardcore. I don't know if I could do that. I mean, I could do that now because I don't have a job. Yeah, and I do wake up. I wonder if we could. It depends. The thing is, I'm trying to use my mornings to study Japanese right now. Yeah.
Relies on me as his crutch.
I could start streaming in the morning if you want. Because I could, I wake up pretty early. I could be like a midnight streamer. Because I wake up at usually like 6 o'clock. I've been waking up later and I hate it. I want to wake up earlier.
Just to get ahead of me. Have alone time.
But I could theoretically start streaming at like midnight and then end in the morning. I don't know if there's a big market for that in the US. In Europe, the thing is, like, that's also the weird situation that the channel's in, is that most of my viewing audience is, I think it's 75%, is based in the United States. But I'm on a European timetable, although I think 15 to 20% of viewers are like on continental Europe and in the UK. In 5 days, I don't know. It's potential. We'll see. I think I might up the number of streams after I finish the YouTube once a day thing, especially if I can start if I post the streams to YouTube. That might be worth doing. I'm not. We'll see. We'll see. I might test it. I might do it like a month of it. Now that I'm doing month challenges, apparently, I might do a month of streaming and see what happens. Let's see. Retro Moments just left Portugal in the Czech Republic now. My dude, you're jet setting. Although he was born in Sweden. I see. Okay. Let's see. He recorded a retro gaming cafe. Shout out to Retro Moments. Go check out his video. He recorded a retro gaming cafe / store in Portugal. Check it out. Yeah, I'll check it out. Is that up now, or is that gonna be coming up? And I know mornings are really, well, now that we live in these bizarro times, morning might not actually be a bad time to stream, considering people are going to be working from home and they'll want something on in the background.
I mean, that's what I've been doing a lot.
Yeah, George has been, she watches a lot of streams. Although now she's been watching Red Dwarf. That's the thing. She's taking a break from streams. My problem... There are moments that I think are funny. My favorite bits are when they do the time travel. Or the weirdo... What was the one we just watched? One where they had, all these historical figures.
Oh,
the Wax World, and then they armed them. They armed, Gandhi with, an M16 and, Queen Victoria. Portugal. You ever been to Portugal? I've always wanted to go.
Yeah, I went to Porto.
We'll see. I don't know if Europe's... We'll see if Europe opens up in the next 2 months. I'd like to go to the continent before going back to America. But...
I don't think you will be able to this time.
Yeah.
But, you come back again after.
Okay, alright, so I'll check it out. The Portuguese retro gaming cafe / store is open. I wonder what... I'd like to see what kind of games they have. I remember visiting Europe years ago, and I wanted to go to a retro store, but wasn't able to. And I'm always curious about what kind of games you find in a European game store. Yes. Yes. Yeah, we were in Amsterdam for a day, Brussels for a few days, and then we came to the UK. I wonder if that shop in Cardiff is open. It's Retro Tomato. Or no, it's Super Tomato.
You're the one who told me about that, so
yeah.
I assume it will be, because almost everything's open now.
Yeah, maybe we'll check that out. What we've really been checking out is Kex. Or no, it's Sex, excuse me.
Sex, yeah.
Yeah, it is official. It is according to an advertisement that Sex put out. It is not Kex. The C is not hard. It is a Latin C, and it is pronounced Sex. And I'm kind of surprised that they actually have retro games at all, because even when I go to GameStop in America, I don't see retro games. Although
Game is our version of GameStop, an energy store that doesn't have retro games. It just has Funko Pops.
Yeah, but for a while, GameStop had a retro program where they were specifically seeking out retro games.
Oh, yeah.
And they're supposed to. I don't know what it is now. Yeah, so who knows? Because I heard that they were actually getting scammed because they like did not have any experts evaluating games, so people were trading in like super expensive games that are counterfeits.
Was that you?
No, it's not me. Retro Moments did find some, he won't spoil it, but he says that there were some Japanese goodness in that store. And that's, I have noticed at a lot of the retro stores in America at least, you don't find a lot of Japanese games, but you do find some, which is really surprising. I think the UK as well, the problem is that Japan's on a different standard. Yeah, but Japanese game consoles were at a different television standard, so it's much more difficult. In America, you can plug a Japanese console into an American TV, and it will work no problem, whereas in Europe, it's a bit different. It's a bit harder. You have to be careful about the TV that you have. 80s Retro Gamer says, the UK is useless for retro stuff. I mean, I've been to like 8 or 9 different sexes now, and they will reliably have a copy of Pokemon Crystal or Yellow. And then other than that, they might have a few things. The GameCube prices here are actually quite good when compared to the US.
Sometimes they'll have like a weird retro console and you'd be quite pleasantly surprised.
Yeah, like sometimes they'll have like a Saturn. I remember I think one near us has a Saturn. Yeah, there's one near, the other one the one in Cambridge actually had like a lot of stuff. It had the most retro stuff I've seen in a sex. But then again, that's Cambridge. It's where all the fancy rich people go.
Yeah.
Retro Moments points out Crazy Thumbs. Where's Crazy Thumbs? Crazy Thumbs. Is that in London? Yeah, that's in Wandsworth. Yeah, maybe we'll get there on my way out. Or that, yeah.
Because London right now is too crazy.
You think?
Oh yeah, I heard it's like back to the circus it always was.
Is that because it's August, so this is when people have time off? Is it going to be better in the fall?
Yeah, it could be.
Be better in October.
People are locked up for ages now. They're like,
yeah.
To go to Oxford Street and go shopping.
That's my fear about Japan, is that people are going to finally, now that they have access to Japan, it's just going to be like a mad rush to get to Japan. Actually,
Don't go Kyoto, it's awful anyway.
I'm thinking about booking a hotel now because there's a lot of Airbnbs that are still open. And I've got the flight booked.
Yeah.
Because of the return ticket.
Oh my god, it is! This is really cheesing me now.
Oh! Sudoku.
A double Sudoku.
Do you like Sudoku?
Yeah, I'm actually...
Did we do one together? But then I was like, I don't like Sudoku.
Well, no, because I was like, you can do it too, and you're like, because, as you all know, I'm a real gamer. You're a collector, I'm a gamer.
Well, we'll see if Twitch takes off. Maybe I will become the true gamer.
Oh, yeah.
I think, yeah, maybe tomorrow we'll do Twitch.
Okay, sure.
I'll put up a post. I'll see. It's just converting the audience. Maybe that'll be the video for tomorrow. I'll just be like, hey, I'm on Twitch right now. All right, that's an idea. That'd give me an extra day too.
Yeah. Were we gonna play Sonic?
No, I think we should do something retro. So I think we'll do a beat 'em up.
Because Sonic's not retro. Sonic is very modern.
What was the what's the requirement for Twitch streams? You have to wait 24 hours or something?
Yeah, that's only if you're partner. If you're not partner.
Oh, really?
Yeah, that's part of why they do it.
Yeah, because I think in OBS you can record. Because I don't think you can download the stream from Twitch. I think you can.
You can't download the no, if you oh, I don't know. No, maybe you can't download it.
Let me see.
They want to protect Twitch chat.
Yeah.
Because sometimes I watch the streams afterwards on Twitch. Oh! What a pooper! Did you see it? Yeah, so sometimes I watch the streams afterwards on Twitch, and then you can use the chat at the same time. And if you were in the chat at that time, it highlights stream. Oh my god.
Oh, this is interesting. Actually, in Twitch, well, this is true of 2 years ago, you could actually just link your YouTube account with your Twitch account. Like, it's all there in the back end. Yeah, because let's see, you can automatically archive. And yeah, you can export your archives through Twitch. Yeah, but you know what I've also noticed is there's so many things that I got to figure out about Twitch, because I've seen people in their... Okay. Because of the way Twitch chat works, they have a thing in their broadcasting software where it displays the chat in the screen.
Yeah.
I got to figure that out.
I think it's like a widget.
Yeah, probably. Retro Moments asks, what's the benefit of Twitch? I feel like YouTube live streaming is more simple. Yeah, but that's the thing, is that YouTube streaming is much more simple, but you can do, I think, a lot more with Twitch streaming, and there's a lot more interactivity with what people can do.
Yeah, it's about interactivity. So, for example, on Twitch, so you have the chat, which obviously YouTube has the chat too.
Yeah.
But as you watch, you get channel points, and the streamer decides what the channel points reward. So, like, classic one is like you give it, and you get the points naturally. You don't pay. You get them through active watching. So, as you're watching, sometimes you get points. Sometimes you have to click on a little box just to prove you're there. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And you get points, things like that, and then you can spend the channel points in ways the streamer has said. So, like, one of my streamers Texas store, when you get so many channel points and stuff like that. So that's like just a cute little interactivity, or it's like,
Oh, we can get Hammy.
yeah, or
Where
like,
is Hammy? I don't see him.
or like give a personal message to that. Give a personal message to the who did it, and like one of my streamers, like he has actual talent, so he like will play a song in the car if you give somebody talent.
Yeah.
And all of that is like free to fans. You don't have to pay anything for that. Then like there's all the stuff like bits. So like bits is money, and you pay that, you can donate some of that to your streamer, and your streamer gets like a good chunk of that. You know, rather than Twitch, it's like easier way to support them. And then if you get so many bits, you get the emotes and stuff like that as well, which you can use in the chat to prove that you like gave, you know, money to that guy, and like if you sub as well, you get sub emotes, you get sub icons, so everyone knows that you're a fan of them and stuff like that. Like there's just a lot of stuff that's like, you know, showing support for your own channel.
Yeah, I mean, YouTube's definitely copied a lot of that. They've definitely copied like the Twitch subscription model, because now they've got like channel memberships where you can display that you're a subscriber. They've got the emoticons now. They've seemed to have copied all the monetized stuff, but not have paid attention to the free stuff, and I think that's to their detriment.
Yeah, because the thing with subs as well is that I get subs to, like, I've only ever actually paid myself for a sub once, and that actually I get gifted subs loads of times. Even if I'm not that active in the stream at that time, I just get chosen randomly. Because I followed them for a long time. And then obviously the streamer still gets that, you know, money. Like I've seen people who've done like 1,000 subs, gift subs on like one streamer that they really like. You know, that's like
Yeah.
$5,000 at a time. So, and like obviously then like they can't physically sub for £1,000.
Yeah.
So, you know, if you get some of those that's kind of cool. And then again, you get like the gifting all the subs and the, you know, helping out with streaming, you get more knowledge, you get more stuff like that.
Yeah, and I don't think I would necessarily even want to do just video game streams, but I think it'd be cool to also do like,
You have the
there's the just chatting, and I think that might be like an insanely explosive idea, is to do just like online video game shopping and like comparing prices, you know, doing like challenges to see like what's the best way you could spend $100
yeah, stuff like that.
on video games. Actually, that's I got some wheels turning on that. 80s Retro Gamer points out that there's less rules on Twitch. I mean, Twitch seems really arbitrary though, to be honest. Like if you look at like what happened to Dr. Disrespect, it's like they'll just drop people for at least no publicly stated reason.
You don't always do though.
Yeah, who knows? I don't know if we'll ever find out about that. But then also like Twitch drama seems really real. Not that I think there's going to be a lot of like retro gaming drama.
But that's what's also nice about Twitch is that you get in a community, you can shout at other people in your community, and you do raids of other people in the community and boost their viewers, and people read you and boost your viewers. So it's like
Yeah.
everyone looking after each other. So yeah, YouTube doesn't really have that. Like, you don't have like YouTube.
No, because it's really like, yeah, they're like very different flavors of the same kind of thing. YouTube and Twitch, because it's all about video content, but they seem to have really cornered very different markets. And like Twitch doesn't really seem to have any interest in non-live stuff. So I don't know how YouTube is ever going to beat Twitch in terms of streaming, just because it can't focus exclusively on streaming like the way Twitch does.
And like as well with Twitch, you can put like your bio, your time things up.
Oh, it's getting dark. We're getting into really weird stream territory now. So let me turn on the light. Do you have to get first place?
Yes. Well, I've done it like 5 times now.
Are you using your racing lines?
No, because someone's waving about in front of the screen. And going out and change the line. Okay.
Okay, all right, hold on. I also have to close the blinds because George is weird about people being able to see into the house.
Yeah, I don't like people look because we're on the ground floor now and we're on a busy street that goes into town. And people love looking into our house. That's the truth, and don't say that's not the truth. People love it.
I mean, when you're walking past someone's house, you don't look inside?
Like a little bit, but I'll make eye contact with people. And they love
Yeah,
it.
people
They
do
love
really
staring
weird,
back.
love just staring in. Like, I get, like, the glance in, but the stares are strange.
Well, people also like sit on the wall outside our front garden as well.
Yeah, it's really weird, and then they just, like, people park in front of here, because we, like,
We live really close.
we live really close to, like, the town center, so, like, people will, like, park their cars just to go in and grab, like a meal or takeaway.
I've seen people like playing with our game.
Yeah, I do not get that.
Like fiddling with our game because they're just pulling us out there.
Like, don't you have a smartphone? Can't you be doom scrolling instead of playing with our gate?
Like, don't you know that people live here and like we're in the living room watching you right now?
Oh, what was the other day? Someone was just like fiddling with our flowers.
Yeah, and then taking pictures of them.
Yeah. I mean, they are good flowers. Like, they're like pretty good looking flowers. Yeah, there's the pathway to the garbage is really overgrown. I gotta cut that. '80s retro gamer uses the word window licker. Is that a thing here? Is that a real word? Yeah, '80s retro gamer. What's going on in the UK, man? Because he says he.
Oh, it's in!
Oh no!
First. Oh my god! No! No!
He mentions that he hasn't been to he can't remember the last time he went into a shop.
Well,
Like, people around here are like just like
oh yeah, town's normal.
towns like yeah, it's like it's full of people. It's rammed, and nobody's wearing a mask. There's like maybe
yeah.
one in 50 people is wearing a mask. I mean, not that Georgia knows. She doesn't go out.
I almost don't, yeah.
Yeah, like the only time we go out is like if we're going out on the weekends, really. Yeah, so I mean, yeah, George is more vulnerable, so it makes sense for her not to go out, but it's just really strange to how, at least here, it seems like everything's kind of back to normal. Though the shops, usually like the charity shops are limiting people to like 5 people in the shops at a time.
There's never limited number of people in the shops, but in the streets, people just don't want.
Yeah, it's crazy.
You crash into that alien site.
Oh, yeah? I see. Mm-hmm.
They love to like knock you off the road and stuff.
Yeah. You're overextending. Are you?
No, the controls are like
Yeah.
like not the controls, but the way the handling is.
Yeah. You're in first place.
Yeah.
Come on, hit the boost.
Yeah, but if you hit the boost, then you can't do another slide.
Yeah. Can you brake during a boost?
No, you can't break at full stop.
You can't brake at all? Oh my god. So you can't slow down. Or can you at least
No,
not
you can let
accelerate?
go of the accelerator.
I see. There you go.
Finally. We're about an hour in now though, so that's not so bad.
Let's see. Nokos is saying almost the whole of Sweden doesn't use a mask. Yeah, I heard the Scandinavian countries have been, their coronavirus response has not been great.
Oh no, not good.
I think at least when it started out, it was really bad. I think it's gotten better though.
I think just people who like, I don't know, just aren't worried if they're not vulnerable or whatever. Oh!
Oh!
Oh my god!
There you go.
First jump mate.
I think going to Twitch would be interesting just because when we were doing Twitch years ago, it was like so much more. I think we did Twitch Bayonetta on Twitch. I remember Bayonetta. It wasn't that often, but it was also back when like Twitch was still very early in its infancy. So there wasn't like Twitch today is completely different. '80s Retro Gamer claims that if you can smell a fart through the mask, it does not work.
Yeah, I heard if you can blow a candle out, then it doesn't work.
Yeah. And masks are all about you not transmitting. Oh, I remember you had a problem. I remember this stage.
I've never played this game.
Maybe it's the sword guys throwing me off. They're definitely using assets from a previous level. Say 30.
Yeah, but like, you know, that's not my best hours.
Mm-hmm. Well, maybe I'll do a shopping stream tomorrow. Do it on Twitch. Because just chatting apparently is where all the growth is now.
Yeah, because people, that's the thing, is that people want to interact with people. It's the same as anyway.
Yeah. Well, yeah, I got a really interesting response to... So yesterday, I put up a video about comparing Japanese game prices on eBay versus Japanese game prices in Japan. And got a real wide variety of responses. One guy who was really angry that I had done this because, like, game shops in Japan don't have, like, French games or foreign games. So, like, what is the point when people sometimes want foreign games? But, like, okay, I don't know. I don't think he understood the point of the video. Are you supposed to be able to walk along the edge like that? Or is that an oversight?
Don't know. Because like some bits like that, you have to do it.
Yeah, so maybe it is intentional.
I think so, because it's the only like very safe way through levels. See like that?
Yeah.
I think you can knock him over though. So
The
I think they
club guy?
intend to- yeah, I think maybe they intend you to knock him over. Well, I can't remember how you attack him. I haven't attacked one of those in a long time.
What level are you on now?
This is the third boss of 5. So I've done 15 levels and 2 bosses. Oh, what?
Yeah, Retro Moments makes a good point that there are many Japanese retro games that can be enjoyed without the language skills. Any shooter or platformer, basically. And, I mean, you're talking about half... Yeah, you're talking about half the N64, or not N64, but half the Super Nintendo and Nintendo library.
But some people don't want to play a game like it is playable, but they don't like it. Like Japanese when I was have I told you this story?
No.
Like the writing said like it felt because it was like so alien.
It's so different, yeah.
Aliens must have done that.
It's Moon Runes.
Yeah. So like that really scared.
I suppose it does. It can create a level of anxiety because you like don't understand if you don't have a full grasp of what's going on. Although with like shooters, like you're not reading text anyways, and with platformers too. I suppose, but I mean back then though, like with Mario, like Super Mario World, you don't need it. That's what is so like how much. Hold on, we're gonna do some retro game shopping live here. much is Super Mario World on eBay right now?
Oh, Isaac! Done.
Super Mario World is, let's see, $25. $20. $20 shipping, Jesus. Where's it shipping to? Yeah, well, let's just say like $30, depending on shipping. How much is it going for the Japanese version? Super Famicom version. Yeah, I mean, you can get one for like $10. Oh my god. Yeah, there's some dude who has just like a whole case load of Japanese Super Mario World, and he's selling them for $12. And you do not need to know any English to play Super Mario, or, well, I mean, actually, yeah, any English or Japanese to adequately play Super Mario World.
What?
Who is this guy? Gamer Hunter. Got a lot of Japanese GameCube games. He's also got a lot of Power Rangers Dino Chargers for sale.
Oh, for pooping buns! I'm gonna take pity on me.
I wonder if this is one of those guys that just like goes to Japan, goes to Hard Off, buys all the crap in the junk section, and then fills up a shipping container and goes back. I'm really trying to. One of the things I'm really interested in is figuring out how a lot of these like eBay sellers get a hold of their stock. Like, I know that's like the real thing that's going on right now, is that people just can't get into Japan to source these games. See, 80s Retro Gamer asks, are we going to have a double dragon night with George playing one night? With George playing one and I could play the other. Yeah. I have Double Dragon in the US. I don't have it with me here, although we could figure out ways to play it, I'm sure.
Oh, I have it on Vita. I have it on Vita.
Which Double Dragon do you have? I like Double Dragon 2 is the best one.
It's from Capcom Classics Collection.
Capcom Classic Collections.
Yeah, from PSP. There's two different collections, though. I got the one that has.
Volume Chicky Chicky Boys. Is it really Double Dragon? I didn't think Capcom did Double Dragon.
I'm sure. I'm so sure.
No, it was Technos and Technos Way Forward Arc System Works. Well, I'm looking at them on Wikipedia, and I'm not seeing it. Yes. So it has 1941 Counterattack, Avengers, Black Tiger, Block Block, Captain Commando,
Oh, maybe that was one of those.
Echo Fighters, The King of Dragons, Knights of the Round, Last Duel, Magic Sword, Mega Twins, Quiz and Dragons, Capcom quiz game, Sidearms Hyperdyne, ooh, that'd be interesting. Street Fighter, original Street Fighter, jeez. Strider, Super Street Fighter 2 Turbo, the Speed Rumbler, Three Wonders, Tiger Road, Varth, Operation Thunderstorm.
Oh, I see.
So no, you might be thinking of Captain Commando, which is also another great beat 'em up. Let's see. 80s Retro Gamer, what do you have Double Dragon for? Because I have the first 3 Double Dragons for the Famicom, and then I think I have Super Double Dragon. I Retro Moments asks, why does George not want to be on camera?
Because I never wear a bra. That's the honest answer.
Yeah, she's not in. Well, because like we stream pretty late, so George isn't in full on presentable.
I'm not wearing a bra. I'm in my pajamas. Those are all the reasons.
Those are the streamers who make the most money, though.
I mean, I'm quite well endowed. Is that what you say? So,
Endowed.
Endowed, sorry. So, like, that makes sense. If I don't be interested. If I had, like, my sister is like level 2.
It is very strange
Yeah.
when you compare you to your sister about how your body types are
Yeah, so if
very different.
Oh, if I was stacked like her, I wouldn't wear a bra every day as huge.
But then when you think about like me and my sister and I, we're also like
Yeah.
opposites.
So there's the option. One day if I was to get dressed. I mean, I got dressed yesterday, but then we didn't stream, so.
Yeah, I might. Well, I don't know. We'll see a schedule. I'm not sure. I don't know. Maybe September will be streaming month, and that's instead because I normally do my videos in the afternoon, so we might do pre. Although you'll be gone most days, but I'll fly solo. That'll be alright. I might do afternoon streams. We'll see. So I think my YouTube channel goes until the first week of September, and then after that, might do streaming until I leave.
I'm really getting done with this now. I never find it this hard.
This is the third boss.
Yeah. I've given him about 10 goes now. Even to play on me, I'm starting out with a mass, but I'm burning it.
80s Retro Gamer says that nighttime is normally when he records. Yeah, I think that's because that's especially if you're depending on your audience, that's when you've which is why I'm surprised to see people streaming at like 5 a.m. Like unless they've got a global audience, so that 5 a.m. is like, you know, nighttime in East Asia or something like. Or maybe it's to like because like people like when they wake up they want to just have something on when they're getting ready for the day. That could also be true. And maybe that's the niche we could fill. Who knows?
Oh,
What? Are you supposed to be able to make that?
I think maybe.
Because they've got that. I think you just got to go for that side platform.
No, it's random. It's not like they can It's almost completely random how the platform goes. But you have to reach them in a limited number of times.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, or we get back up. You have to do that phase again.
Okay, come on. Did Nolan North voice Crash? Whoa!
Oh, for pooping buns! I've only got one left.
80s Retro Gamer, how many videos are you kicking out a day? Because I'm, right now I'm doing one per day. And yeah, it's also good to have a consistent upload schedule. So I upload everything, or I release everything at 7 p.m. UK time. So that ends up being like 1 o'clock American East Coast time.
The other reason I'm not on stream is because John won't let me. He wants it to be his channel.
Two videos a day, my dude.
Oh my god.
Are you doing this on... Hold on, let me go to your channel real quick.
Oh, finally! My lord, that was so much harder than it ever has.
Wow, you really are kicking out 2 a day. Whew! Yeah, there's no way I could do 2 videos a day. I mean,
He can barely do one,
I'm
and he's unemployed.
well, because I'm trying to study Japanese, and it's like, because I do that for like 4 hours in the morning, and so that could potentially be another video, but, I just, yeah, I can't do, I can, if I, no, I'd burn out real quick if I was doing 2 a day.
Yeah, I think you would. Because already your life, I'll go to the street.
But you're right, there is so much to review, and that's like my ambition is to stream all of the video games I have, and I think I counted up, it was yesterday or today, I think I counted, of the ones I have written down, just the Japanese games, it's about 800 games in total. So even if I was streaming 1 a day, that'd be 2 years of streaming.
I mean, yeah, and then on top of that, there's all my games.
Yeah, there's all of George's games, there's all of my PC games, all my Steam games that I have, and all of George's digital games. Although I don't care so much about the digital games as I do the physical games, as we talked about previously.
Yeah, but it's good like this. It's the easiest way for us to stream like PS1 games, essentially, is off of
Yeah, yeah. I mean, I thought PS4 can't do PS1 games? No, PS3 can do PS1 games.
Maybe, I don't know, but we don't have PS3.
Yeah.
For now, this is the easiest way for us to stream PS1 classic.
Do you think you could trade the masks you're making your sister for the PS3?
Does she have a PS3?
I-
Does an Xbox 360?
I want to say she has a PS3. I think she does. I mean, it was, I can't remember now, though. I mean, not that PS3s are terribly expensive here. But I have no desire to buy one, because I've already got 3 PlayStation 3s. Or no, I've got 2. Yeah, because I have my American PS3, and then I have my Lightning Edition PS3.
I could barely get her to trade me a pedicure.
Did you get your last pedicure for free with the masks, or did you have to pay for
I
that?
haven't had a pedicure.
Oh.
But my last manicure I paid for.
Oh, I see.
I haven't given her any.
Yeah, retro moments. I think 1 is good a day. I think doing more like 80s retro gamer, you're doing the Lord's work, 2 a day.
Yeah.
Although, I mean, if you're not going out,
Yeah, it's not so bad.
yeah. Yeah, and in the current environment, I can understand that. But you got to really pace yourself, because I feel like eventually, much like what happened with me in the N64, you may come to hate making videos if you're doing 2 a day.
Oh my god!
If you batch do it, that's it. It's possible. You could do that.
What, he films a load at once?
Yeah. Well, because that's what I do. I'll do about 2 in one day, and then I'll take the next day off. Like I filmed the 2 videos yesterday, and then I didn't make any videos today. And then I'll probably do a couple tomorrow, actually. So I want to do a review of Mandarake. I actually started this months ago, so actually the hair is going to get really weird. But
Oh, as if.
I want to do a series, and I've actually done most of it already, where I do like a review of a game shop. I show you the games that I bought from that game shop. So I actually opened up some stuff that I bought in Japan just before I left to like show what you can expect from the shop. And then actually reading, I translated the labels, and then I go over what to read and what the things will include.
Yeah, because actually I've got a friend who lives on their base in Japan, and he always is sending me pictures of games or whatever.
Yeah.
He's always like, And it's just like, you know, like Kizlami or like...
Yeah. Like Itami Dai. Like, what does that mean? Well, and you also, I think it's not even just having a literal, like being able to literally read the label, but actually knowing what the thing means. Because sometimes, like, a Japanese label will say, like, it'll say, like, Itami Dai. It'll be like, literally, it's like, it's like huge damage to the item, but it's like in a Japanese context that means the corner's worn, or it has like a scratch like on the box. Retro Moment says, can't wait to see you stream Battle Garega now that I've talked about it. Never played that one, and I love shooters. Yeah, Battle Garega is like...
That one? No, you were playing.
No, today I was playing Cyverior Delta for the Switch. But Battle Garega, it hits my thing where my favorite kinds of shooters... I have two favorite kinds of shooters. I have, like, Japanese anime sci-fi future, but my top kind of shooter is World War II. And Battle Garega does, like, fantasy World War II. It does, like, steampunk World War II. And it's just like, like, the gameplay is great. It has the best soundtrack. It is... Oh, it's sublime. Unfortunately, I do not have my Sega Saturn here. Or else, yeah, that would be... I think if I was going to do, like an all-day stream, I would like to challenge myself one day and do, like, an 8-hour stream. I would just do an 8-hour Battle Garega stream. Look, if I can get enough people to pay me $500 for a 24-hour stream, I will do it. 24 hours might be a stretch. I don't know if I could do 24 hours. I could do 12 hours. I would maybe need to, like, build myself up to 12 hours. But I know, there was a political streamer on H3H3. They just did a podcast with him, and he apparently does, like, 12-hour streams on the regular, but it's mostly just, like, talking. It's like a radio show almost. Yeah. And that's kind of what I would like to do, like, not necessarily just playing games, but also that's why I think I've got some ideas now, just for this stream, of doing, like, price comparison videos, of doing internet shopping, like, just kind of poking around. Like, I'm really fascinated right now by the Neo Geo. So I'd love to do, like, direct price comparisons with, like, what can we find on eBay versus, like, what we can find on Sudogai, and especially deep diving into Mandarake's website, because Mandarake's, like, online store is really, it's a mess, but it's really elaborate, and I think it gives you a lot better picture of picture into Japanese condition versus what Sudogaya does, which is like, oh, we're Sudogaya, we're just going to throw up a 200 by 200 pixel image for this $3,000 video game and hope you'll buy it.
Do you know how Gayo rates condition? So
No.
A is has
Oh my god.
Sometimes consoles are more...
Yeah.
Is more in depth than that, but no, just games.
Whereas with Mandarake, it's like A is mint condition. There's literally nothing wrong with the game. B is there is a one scratch that if you had a jeweler's loop, you could see, and then if it's C, there might be some flaked off ink on the corner of the game. That's Mandarake's grading standards, as far as I can tell.
Like, see, if it's just the cartridge, because as well they grade it like cartridge only on the wood card.
Yeah.
C on a cartridge is like, probably has his name on it, or something like that. It's cartridge only.
At Mandarake, yeah, that's possible.
But, yeah, because their system is so different for in the box and cartridge.
Yeah. Ooh, Mandarake? No, I don't think I've ever seen a disc-only game at Mandarake.
Yeah.
But they're pretty, like, Mandarake, like, obviously, like, Sudogaya would accept a disc-only game. I don't think Mandarake would. And Mandarake has standards.
Mandarake, I feel like they pay as...
Have you sold stuff to Mandarake?
Yeah, I sold I had the Pikachu
Oh.
They got like that.
That's pretty good though. Like,
They sell the like itchy arm.
oh yeah?
Yeah.
Hmm. Wait, when did you sell it though?
Like before I left.
Oh, so the 2DSs though? Wait, was it the
It was the Pikachu 2DS. The special one.
was it a flip 2DS or was it the flat one? Let's see. 80s Retro Gamer says, "Oh, it bugged him when I didn't show anything if I bought anything." Well, that's because actually for like the last year, when I was doing hard off stuff, like I wasn't buying anything. Like, and even actually, the only time I actually bought stuff when I was actually filming videos was as I was leaving. So really, for the last like year that I was in Japan, I was going to places and filming videos, but I wasn't buying anything. So that's why I used to do when I was doing the videos and buying stuff, I would put them at the end of the video, but then I just wasn't buying stuff after that. Because I've got like, except for the like rare and uncommon stuff, I've got most of the stuff that I like really wanted. And plus, I was just spending way too much on games when I was buying that stuff anyways.
I mean, I already
Oh, okay, well.
It's not terrible.
Yeah, yeah. I did, yeah, I actually...
The first month I was crying.
I've only bought... I can't remember what I just filmed a video where I said I wasn't buying games, but that's not exactly true, because I spent some money in July on the Steam sale. I bought a few games then, but in the last 3 months, aside from that, I have not bought video games. Well, that too. I haven't bought any physical games, actually. Yeah, I can say I have not bought any physical games since May, since the beginning of May. Let's see. Mega Long, welcome to the stream. Welcome back. He asks, how much is a Sharp X6800, 68,000 AC, and how often have you seen it in games and in stores? You have 800 games? Oh no, it has 800 games. Excuse me. I have no idea. That's.
I've never
That would be, I mean, Beep would maybe have it, a Hard Off might have it, but I've never seen it. Or at least if I've seen it, I haven't recognized
I
it.
don't know what it is.
It's going to be one of those retro, like, Japanese 80s computers that I'm not familiar with.
You did buy a Casio Lupi. Everyone please remember.
Yeah, 80s Retro Gamer says he hates selling his games. He keeps all of them now. I actually tell the story. I don't know, did that go up today? Let me see. So I either released it today or it's going up tomorrow. I told the story about how I technically started collecting video games when I was in middle school, because that's the point where I actually stopped trading in my games to like buy the next system. So when I actually bought my GameCube, I was only able to buy it because I sold my N64 and all the games. But then with the GameCube, I kept all of that stuff. And since then, I've been collecting games. And since then, I have not, except for my doubles, I haven't sold a game since I was in middle school. But I have recently sort of been tempted to sell my GameCube games, my American GameCube games, because I have them in Japanese, and they're like just worth so much now that I don't know if I would get perhaps more joy out of that $700 to $1,000 than just having the games. Although I do have a weird emotional attachment to my GameCube games. Like I can, think back when I was in middle school playing Super Mario Sunshine or playing Smash Brothers. What else do I have in English? What do I have? No, I don't have Double Dash in English, actually. Although, I bet that jerk didn't give me back my Ocarina of Time disc.
What?
Because I lent a friend, big mistake, never lend your friends video games. In college, I lent a friend my copy of, it's like Ocarina of Time and Master Quest. Oh, I don't think he ever gave that back to me, that jerk. No, actually, because he ended up he like went to med school or something, and we never talked to him again. I might have to send him a Facebook message and be like, "Hey, jerk."
You don't even know that he didn't give it back.
Well, no, that's why I'm gonna double check when I'm back.
But he probably got rid of it.
It's probable. GDL, welcome back to the stream. How's it going? What do I have for the GameCube? I know I definitely have Smash Bros, Animal Crossing, Super Mario Twins Sunshine, Twilight Princess, Wind Waker. I also bought a weird couple. I bought the James Bond games later on, and they're all garbage. They all suck. They're like, imagine how like people say that James Bond is like racist and sexist, the movies, but then like turn that up to 11 in the games. It's like way worse. Do I still have Phantasy Star? I might have sold that. I know I have sold a couple of GameCube games, actually. I remember selling Star Fox Adventure, and I might have sold Phantasy Star Online, which would be a real shame because it's really expensive now.
Didn't you like it?
Oh, I never played it online because I never got the modem.
Yeah.
So no, I didn't like it that much, actually. Oh, whoa! See, Megalong says that the Sharp X68000 has tons of arcade quality shmups that never came out anywhere else. Yeah, I mean, there's all of these shmups. The shmups I'm really interested in right now are actually like the late Capcom shmups for arcade that never got console ports. Like there's a couple of Rising and Aiding shmups that I'd really like to play for the arcade. I just don't know I wonder if MAME can actually handle that. Yeah, 80s Retro Gamer says very rightly, never lend anything out. In fact, that was a huge mistake when I was a kid. Because I remember I had...
Don't have friends.
I remember I had borrowed his copy of Resident Evil 4 for the GameCube. And then in return, I lent him Ocarina of Time. And I remember... No, I sent it back to him, and he never sent back Ocarina of Time. Jerk. How much is... Oh, God, I hope that disc isn't expensive. Because I still have the box. He just took the disc. I still have the box. I might be able to... I hope it's cheap. I remember I got it because I pre-ordered Wind Waker. And when you pre-ordered Wind Waker, you got it as a pre-order incentive. Let's see. Ocarina of Time. Let's see. Nope. Japanese. $60? God damn it. Let's see. I'm looking for disc only. Disc only is $45. Yeah, some guy I haven't talked to in 10 years. Yeah, you would think. Yeah, I'm finding the disc only for like $45. And then I also... Oh, Metroid Prime. I definitely have Metroid Prime. That's the whole thing. I got to inventory my American games when I get back to America. Because I've got a bunch of N64 games. Not that they're rare. I think Majora's Mask is expensive now.
What exactly? Why am I jumping high enough?
Which is Majora's Mask? I bet my N64 collection's probably worth something. Yeah, because Majora's Mask is like $40. $60 for an American one. Wow. No, like... Oh! Wow, the reproduction carts are getting really good. Uh-oh, this is bad.
What, you can't tell a fake from a realsy?
Oh, no, actually, no, they're... No, because they don't have the holographic pattern to them. Because that was in America, the Majora's Mask has this, like, weird hologram to it. It's so... I don't know why they did that. Wow, you can get a complete in box for only $150. Majora's Mask? Because what do I have for the N64? I've got Majora's Mask, GoldenEye, Rogue Squadron, Perfect Dark. I don't have Super Mario 64, I don't think, in English. You had an N64?
Oh my god. Yeah.
In the UK?
Yeah, I had an N64 and I had 5 games. Before I moved to Japan, I sold it for £26 at a carpet. But I've sent it to you.
But you kept and so you sold your N64, but you kept it because she kept her Mega Drive.
I kept everything else.
Yeah.
Because I regretted that.
Oh, I see. And so after that, the pain was too great
Yeah.
that you kept everything else.
Yeah.
Because you've got some especially your Pokemon games. Like you've got the signed games.
Well, I took those to Japan.
Oh
The
yeah.
boxes that I used to do the game.
Oh, I see.
And then I kept all the boxes.
Yeah, we really need to get you some protective boxes for those, the ones that are signed.
Well, only the one cardboard box I have.
Yeah, but I would also get a protective case for the DS game because the signature is on the plastic, so you don't want that rubbing off. Like it's not necessarily to protect the game itself, but the. Did that not go up? I scheduled something for today. Oh wait, no, it went up. Oh, okay. No, this is weird, just strange. No, it's just normally YouTube. Oh yeah, YouTube didn't refresh properly. I wanted to make sure the video went up today. And yeah, apropos of the video that I released today, I'm not buying games because I want to sit down and play all the games that I already have. Yeah, I might do a bit on yeah. And yeah, I think actually, yeah, a lot of the fun of collecting is just looking for stuff, not necessarily playing the games. So if I could do some stream of the thing that I actually enjoy, which is looking for games and not actually playing them, that might make for better streams.
I always play the games on stream. And I keep saying I'm the gamer. There's a reason.
Let's see. Megalong suggests getting Pat the NES Punk's NES and SNES books if you want to know about every game that came out for those systems in the US. I am actually pissed that he did not contact me about writing a review for the N64 games, or at least the import ones, because I actually was listening to a podcast and he said that his reviewers were having trouble because N64 games are difficult to emulate. So it's difficult to play a Japanese N64 game in its original state. And also, you need to, for a lot of them, you have to have a good knowledge of Japanese to actually play them. And I'm like,
Does he know you exist?
probably not, no. Probably ask Glenn Plant. He's reviewed every N64 game. He's this British guy who, he was part of Retroware TV or whatever that site was. He did a lot of Japanese game reviews, but he also doesn't speak Japanese. So the thing is of retro game people on YouTube, very few of them actually for one, doing Japanese games is a small niche, but people actually who know Japanese doing those Japanese games is an even smaller niche.
Yeah. I mean, that's why I'm quite popular in the game because I play.
Yeah. Does Food for Dogs have a Vita TV? She must, right?
She's the one who made.
Yeah, but it worked out, right? Because now it's.
No, she was right.
I was so close to buying a Vita TV. I can't believe I didn't.
They were like $10 more.
Yeah. We lived in this really weird time where Like, remember in the past, like, how much did you buy your original Xbox for? Like, 25 pounds? That is never going to happen. Like, game collecting has become such an awful beast that I remember I heard stories about people going to, like, when the N64 was getting discontinued, they would go to, like, Toys R Us and buy new N64s for, like, $25.
Yeah, that's
Like, they would
I
just...
got it from Asda.
We're just never, ever going to live in an age like that. Even, like, the PS3, like, was there ever a time where the PS3 was worth... You could buy it new for $50? No way. Like, for one, systems have a greater longevity to them, so they tend to hold their value more. Whereas with, like, the N64, like, when the N64 switched to the GameCube, it was, like, instantaneous. Everyone wanted to get rid of their N64s. Whereas with the PS3, it just stuck around a lot longer. Had a
PS3 was still good though. I mean, like I would buy like way like after the PS4 probably.
yeah,
And you know there were still games coming out. Like I bought Persona 5 when I bought that. I bought PS3.
yeah,
You know there were still games coming out. There was you know still a lot of. Oh my god. There was still PS Plus for PS3, and that's like, you know, well into the PlayStation 4's lifestyle.
yeah.
So, yeah, and I didn't have a PS4 at that time. So yeah, I feel like, because the PS4 wasn't like an immediate hit, I feel like Sony extended out the PS3's life.
Yeah.
And I feel like that's, you know, not a bad strategy at all.
And I also wonder how much it has to do with the switch to digital, because if you have bought all of these digital games for the PS3, then you're less likely to transition because you're not getting, not that you would have gotten tons of money for the games anyway, but that's an additional incentive for switching generations is you have this back catalog that you can then sell, even if you only end up getting a few bucks. But with your digital games, once you sell your console, they're gone. I mean, they're, you know, still on your machine, or still on your account. But the startup capital you need to go into the next generation is, I feel, much higher than it was before.
Oh yeah, for sure. Like,
Yeah,
I'm not
yeah.
gonna buy a PS5 or anything when it comes out.
Yeah, I'll take my time with the PS5. I already have too many current gen games that I need to play before I can even think about getting the PS5. And also, like the new, seeing games like New Dawn, New Horizon, Zero Dawn, New Horizon, Horizon Zero Dawn, go to PC. You're seeing a lot of like Sony, like PS4 exclusive games go PC. Like all of the Xbox games now just are coming out on PC at the same time.
Well, the game that made me buy a PS4 was Yakuza Kiwami.
Yeah.
But I feel like that's really late in the PS4 lifecycle.
Yeah.
And I feel like that's the same for a lot of people though. It's not until like a big game comes out that they're into
Yeah, that's true.
that they switch.
What made me buy a PS4? I don't think there was anything. I think we ended up getting the PS4 so late anyways that like there was already enough games out to justify it. Well, let's see. 80s Retro Gamer points out next gen will be backwards compatible. We're also,
We
yeah.
don't know yet.
Well, it wouldn't surprise me because we're in a weird state now. Because the thing is, up until the PS3, all of the PS3's like CPU was just so bizarre that it didn't it was difficult to program for, and it was so different that doing backwards compatibility with it with the PS4 would have been almost impossible. The PS3 was backwards compatible because it actually just had a PS2 chip on it, at least the first gen did.
But yeah, that's the thing is that after that, it was only PS1 backwards compatible.
Yeah, the Xbox 360 was Power PC based. Like, it wasn't even x86. So it wasn't even like an Intel chip in it. And the Wii was basically just a souped up GameCube. That's why it was backwards compatible. Same with the Wii U. It was just a souped up Wii, more or less. Whereas now, all of the architectures have become so standardized that, yeah, I could completely, it would, I think, make, from my just basic knowledge, it would make complete sense for the PS5 to be backwards compatible with the PS4. There's no way it's going to be backwards compatible with the PS3 just because of the CPU architecture. But PS4, yeah, I could totally see that happening. And the Xbox One was essentially just Windows 10, so it wouldn't surprise me if the Xbox One Series S, 360, 720, whatever it is, I could fully see it being backwards compatible because it's just going to be another iteration of Windows. Let's see, trailer for PS. Let's see, Megalong suggests watching for Signy, All Guns Blazing. What is that? Apparently that's on Steam, though. There is a reaction by Game Dame. Not heard of her. Game Dame.
Oh, is he?
Let's take a look at that. It is coming out on the PlayStation, but it's apparently on Steam. Or will be on Steam, I think. Let's see. Yeah, it's interesting. It's not like it's not a frantic shooter, which is nice. I feel like the problem that I feel that shooters ran into in like the 90s and then it continued really until today is that the difficulty had to scale up so high because everyone was transitioning to console, so they had to make them super difficult to be worth like $40 or however much like PlayStation 1 games were back in the day. Instead of trying to get people's quarters, they had to convince them to actually plunk down an upfront cost of $40. So you had the bullet hell shooters that are just like, if you want to turn someone off from getting into shooters, give them a bullet hell, and they'll just be like, I don't even know what's going on, I hate this, I can't do this. And so shooters just became a niche genre. Whereas if you have something like what I think Signy looks like, it's still like tense, but it's not like shooting blasts of neon purple and green and blue at you, and it's not overwhelming. Yeah, there we go. What boss is this for? All right.
Much better than a 10 try boss. Coming into the end game.
Yeah.
Last stretch, man.
I might try. All right, I think I might try an afternoon stream tomorrow instead of making a video.
Yeah. Okay.
I'll do an afternoon stream, and then that way I can figure out how to do the port, or yeah, do the port from Twitch to yeah, port from Twitch to YouTube, and that'll be the video for tomorrow. I need to actually reschedule that before I forget. Videos, so you'll have to wait. So programming note, I will have a video coming out on Friday that is about Neo Geo prices. It's not about the most expensive stuff. I want to do a separate video on that. But that will be coming out on Friday. I look at 9 very expensive Neo Geo games, and of course all of them would be expensive. But I'm comparing the eBay price versus the price on Surugaya. So I'm hoping to got a lot of comments, got a lot of good comments on the last eBay prices versus Japanese prices. So hopefully we can make that happen on Friday as well. How many levels do you have left?
5.
5.
Very close.
Yeah.
One of them.
I feel like we've been to this world before.
Yeah. Another level of this theme.
Oh, I see. Okay.
There's usually like maybe 2 or 3 levels of the same theme.
Yeah.
Which is nice.
I don't think I have English Ocarina of Time, actually, now that I think about it. Yeah, because I think I was like, Ocarina of Time, no, I have Majora's Mask. This is the one game I need. I don't need another game. I might, though. Because the thing is, Majora's Mask is just the same game as Ocarina of Time, only 1,000 times better. And I think I have I've got it in Japanese, of course, so. I think I'm in a weird, I guess I'm a really bizarre collector because I don't really have that big of a desire to collect non-Japanese games. Although I will if it's if it's like an English game or if it's like it was developed outside of Japan, then I want that rather than the one that was ported to Japan, I suppose. So like if I want Red Dead Redemption, which I actually do want Red Dead Redemption 2, I don't want a Japanese copy of Red Dead Redemption 2. I want the foreign copy of Red Dead.
I mean, I just don't care because like my Resident Evil is... Oh no, Resident Evil is... Forget my point.
Although Resident Evil is a weird case because Resident Evil in Japan... The thing is the Japanese version has the English voice acting.
Yeah.
There's no Japanese voice track to that game, or like to most of the Resident Evils.
What is that?
But then the thing is in Japan you have to often buy the special adults only copy.
Even the adults only copy is not the same as the
yeah?
foreign one. Yeah.
Oh wow. Yeah, that.
Resi 7.
Yeah, like I know, like Grand Theft Auto was censored in Japan because they often censor. It's so weird. Like in Japan, like the sex stuff is okay, but the violence is bad in Japan. So they will often censor a lot of the violence in Japanese versions. Even in Japanese created games. Like I think it was in like Sekiro that you can't like behead people in Japan. In the Japanese version, you can only do that.
That's because of that kid.
Yeah, that's for different reasons. Yeah.
There was this kid, and he was like known as like quite a prolific serial killer in Japan. He can go around killing other kids.
Yeah.
And he's the head of a special needs kid. And ever since that, Japan's been real funny about beheading.
Yeah. See, 80s Retro Gamer says that Red Dead Redemption 2 is a terrible game. Hot take on this stream. I've watched
some of it, but I've not played any of it. But it's not my thing. Because I don't like to play.
I cleared the first one. I did not like the ending. I hated the ending. But
Why?
it was just so...
Well,
alright, spoilers to Red Dead Redemption 1. My problem with Red Dead Redemption 1 was that the ending was like you're in like a barn and you're surrounded by a bunch of dudes. You're surrounded by like 20 dudes, and the whole idea is that, you can't take on 20 dudes at once. Except in the game regularly, I was taking on dudes, like 20 dudes at once. So it's like, if you want to tell me that I couldn't have gotten myself out of that situation, I know I could have. You're just, in a narrative sense, forcing me not to.
yeah.
Because you just want him dead. And then you, like, take control of your son?
Yeah.
What? Like, I know that's apparent, like, in Westerns, like, you're trying to get revenge for your dad. I don't care. I just, I thought the whole ending was contrived and could have been done better. So I didn't like that.
What did you think of the ending of Last of Us, then?
Last of Us? What happens? I can't remember what the ending of Last of Us was.
So they finally find, like, other people. I've not played it, but yeah.
Oh, yeah, because don't they take Ellie and she's, like, spoilers for original Last of Us.
They finally find Ellie. like, nope, fuck you, and it kills everyone there, and June's
I kind of buy that, though. I get that. Because for one, I think it's like Joel... Well, I think it does pose a good dilemma. For me, it doesn't feel like... It's not as contrived as Red Dead Redemption. Because at least in Red Dead Redemption, it's because they narratively force a thing upon you. Whereas in The Last of Us, it's like, yeah, you could totally imagine Joel killing all those people just to save Ellie, yeah. Yeah, you could. I mean, I could imagine him as a character doing that, and also maybe even sort of sympathizing with that a little bit, because it's like.
I mean, you can sympathize it because she's meant to be like a neutral character.
Yeah.
But at the same time,
But you have to do another race.
yeah.
Oh my god! It's
Yeah,
like.
there was 3, but these are like favorite bits.
Okay. Megalong suggests that you play Japanese dating sims and translate the conversations.
I could do that. It just feels like it would take forever, but I have done a bit of that.
Well, yeah, I mean, there's probably a whole otome niche out there that's streaming that could.
It's called Otome Armada.
The otome what?
Armada.
Armada, yeah. Are there otome streamers?
I believe so, yeah, and they do like the voices of the different characters.
I see.
And stuff, people like that.
See, 80s. Let's see. GDL asks, "Do I have Kensei Den in my collection?" 80s Retro Gamer, shout out. Go check out his review on his channel. Or have you posted that yet? Hold on. What is Kensei Den? If I have it, I don't think I have it. No, if that's for the Master System, I do not personally have any Master System games. And how many Master System games do you have? Just one? Roadrunner. Yeah, we do not. No, we do not have that game actually.
Yeah, one. Because as the classic got a Master System 3 slices of bread story.
Yeah.
It only came with that game. I got into collecting it. I just was an opportunist. Because who wouldn't trade 3 slices of bread for a Master System?
All right, so go check out 80s Retro Gamer's review of Kensei Den. And no, we do not have it in the collection. That's all the Sega stuff. Sega stuff, Dreamcast is mine. Everything else, George is in.
I don't do anything. I only do Mega Drive. I only have.
Oh, okay, all right. Okay, so I will take care of the Saturn and the Dreamcast. George will take care of the Mega Drive.
Love Mega Drive.
Did that guy ever come out with the USB loader for the Saturn? I remember there's a big news years ago, a couple of years ago actually. Some guy had figured out how to properly hack a Sega Saturn through the serial port so that you could hook up a USB to it. That would be great, like, because I think the only other solution right now is to install a really expensive SD card loader into your Sega Saturn, and I'd love to do that, but I also don't have $200.
I kill everyone.
And I think Japanese Sega Saturn is also really... I was really surprised by the amount of people who responded they wanted to see Sega Saturn stuff on the channel. And there's a lot of stuff in Japan. I feel like Saturn is still... I know there's channels like SNES Drunk that do the Super Nintendo, but I feel like the Saturn is a really underserved console, particularly when it comes to like imports, because everyone knows like the big imports, like Radiant Silver Gun. That's about it. I mean, Spam was Dreamcast, and that wasn't an import. Yeah. But there's just so many like bargain bin games out there that no one could possibly have played them all. So there's still got to be some undiscovered stuff out there.
long game. You can tell them.
Well, we are 2 hours and 10 minutes in. You're almost at the end, though.
Yeah, I'm very close to the end now.
So, wait, how many levels are there now?
If I finish this one, 3. And the bosses.
Well, do you want to do the whole thing, or you feel like you want to?
Yeah, do it.
Yeah,
I
okay.
started it now. I'm a gamer. I don't quit.
They targeted gamers. Gamers.
I'm gonna buy that hoodie and sweatpants and everything.
Oh, the what company was that?
Buy Gamer.
Oh my God.
Champion.
It's so garbage. Like,
I don't know why people do that.
I'm.
It's the same as that gamer cleaner guy. You know, they were making a group of products just for cleaning keyboards.
Oh yeah. H3 did the reaction video to that. Yeah. I think it's because gamer is like,
Oh no, 2 more levels.
especially when it comes to like PC stuff, it's a really marketable niche where you have like the gaming, you have the Strix gaming version of stuff.
Yeah.
But at least with that, like, you can feel that. I mean, that's probably it's people in marketing departments who, like, I could definitely picture the people who were like designing the graphics cards and the motherboards. They're definitely like, they're playing like Microsoft Flight Simulator, so they are the true hardcore gamers. But the people in the marketing departments probably, you know, they might have grown up with it as a kid. They might have like a PlayStation or something. They might, you know, play the big releases, but they're not, you know, playing Panzer Dragoon Saga for the Sega Saturn like a nerd. I say this especially really wanting to play Panzer Dragoon Saga because I bought that like 7 years ago and I still haven't played it. They're biplanes, but yeah, they are.
They've got an N on them, and it's meant to look like a see that?
Which is strange because this is really like World War One, like Red Baron
Yeah, it's cool.
planes. Yeah. Oh yeah. Yeah, that's a bit fascist. That's crypto fascist. You can dislike streams? Fancy saying someone disliked the stream. I don't know who. I mean, I don't know. Maybe it's the holdover from the people who are very disappointed in my opinions of World of Warcraft. That's possible. That's kind of where you want to be, though, right? Like, you want to, if yeah, that's true. Maybe someone just really does not like Crash Bandicoot 3.
Well, I'm doing it terrible.
But I don't think you're doing a very stand-up job for playing it straight through. That I do not think warrants a dislike. Is this the only dog fight in the game?
No, I already did.
Oh yeah. It's all just a blur to me. Mm-hmm. Yeah. In Crash lore, yeah. Let's see, 80s retro gamers suggest they need to get rid of the dislike button. Yeah, I think the trick is that YouTube just counts engagement as engagement. So even if you go to something and you, like, when people like bombard a video with dislikes, you're still making it pop up. You're still celebrating that video in a sense. So you're not really achieving what you want.
No! So close! Don't you dare!
Fancy points out that getting 3 air-to-air kills in a career as a fighter pilot would be considered impressive. The Red Baron had 80. I mean, that was back in, like, you know, World War I times. So I wonder what the casualty rate was, or what the kill rate was back in the World War I days. because the planes didn't move so fast. Like, it's not like jet planes where, you know, it's obviously you're moving much faster now than you were back in the days of biplanes.
And then
This is it. Oh yeah.
Yeah, because it's got loads and loads of secret paths. So it's very hard if you collect all the gems and you're trying for that. But if you are like me, and you've not tried for any secrets, then it's pretty standard.
Yeah. Let's see. Noko says, what game tomorrow? I think tomorrow we might do some Neo Geo shopping tomorrow. I think I'll probably stream in the afternoon my time. Now I'm compelled to do it because I want to test out the YouTube function, the YouTube archiving of Twitch streams. But
I really want to do Sonic, but John doesn't want to be my Tails.
if you're doing Sonic, I will just do couch. You can. Yeah, I don't. We might do that. No, because we're gonna go out on Saturday.
Oh no, maybe we're not now.
Oh, okay. So it might be Friday or Saturday, depends on what happens. We might do another. Yeah, we'll see. I think the next game. I don't know. I'll play the next game when we do play a game. Might do Cyverior maybe. Maybe that'll be a good Twitch stream. Because I've actually just figured out how to do the rolling on that, so I can make it a little bit more interesting.
Yeah, that's the thing with people watching Twitch streams, is that they only really want to watch it if you're good at the game.
So we should not play Bloodborne.
Well, they will root for you if you're trying your best.
Mm-hmm.
And you can do like what they call like cozy, which is just like slowly
Yeah,
through a game
yeah.
and trying to finish it, and like do a lot of stuff. So you can aim for that as well.
I think if I was going to do like a full-on game completion stream, my first one would be Majora's Mask. I think if I do that,
That might be more than 10 hours.
no, I could do Majora's Mask in less than 10 hours. Because Majora's Mask is real quick. Because you just have to go through. I can do the warps in the beginning.
The first day,
Yeah.
you know, where he's a Deku, is at least half an hour.
Yeah, but after that, you can just do all the temples. I think I could do it.
No.
Because I can do a complete run through. I can do 100% in 20 hours. And I can do the temples. I know all of the tricks and everything. So I could get through those quite quickly.
Oh, brilliant.
What happened to your light? No.
Oh my god, why would they do that?
Oh!
Why would they do that? It ran out. That's the niche of this level, is that your light runs out.
Yeah, Fancy mentions that as opposed to in the World War I days where you're just in a biplane, right now we've got planes that go fast enough to evade radar and defense systems and other craft. Yeah, like I don't even like at this point. Well, because doesn't like the new like the F-23 or the whatever the F-22, like it doesn't even have guns on it. It just has missiles because there's no point in having guns anymore because there's no way you'd ever hit anything going at like Mach 5 or whatever. Let's see. And then 80s Retro Gamer points out that Twitch archives does not last forever. They have expiry dates. Yes, but what you can do is actually you can link your YouTube account with your Twitch account. And so you can export the stream from Twitch straight to YouTube, where, you know, on YouTube it'll live forever. So that's, and I think it'll also count as a new upload. So that should maybe also get kicked out to subscribers. So that, I don't know if I'd want to do that because I don't know if I want people to be watching, you know, streams instead of the real videos. But that September is going to be the month of streams. I've declared it the month of streams. So we'll see how it goes.
This bit is just so annoying.
What are you trying to do?
Blow up the nitro so I don't
Yeah.
And then remember that there's a pit right
Oh, there it is.
there. There we go.
Okay, so that's the last level.
Yeah.
All right, now you've got... See, GDL says, why not Symphony of the Night? I've only played Symphony of the Night twice.
I've never played it. I haven't. I've never played it.
It's...
I can easily do it from the Vita again, but...
Yeah. Symphony of the Night is great, but... For one, I'm actually not good at Castlevania games. I mean, I could clear Castlevania 1 in a sitting, probably. I have done it in the past.
Castlevania 1 is rough.
It's hard, except for the fighting death would be hard. But if I could do it, if I could hold on to the cross, then I could clear that easily. Like I've cleared Castlevania, and you can't save in Japanese Castlevania, so I've done it in one sitting. But the Igavanias, I'm just not good enough at Castlevania to where I could do it in one sitting. Whereas with Majora's Mask, like that's a game that I like play every year, so I can just do it. I have that skill at it.
Did you play it this year yet?
No, not yet. I might I might do it for the stream.
So,
Yeah. I don't know if I played it last year though. Actually, I have a real
That's not fair.
I have the 3DS version, but my problem with the N64 version is that in the Japanese version like bugs out on me all the time.
Yeah, it's not good.
So I'd have to be very careful about saving. I'd have to constantly be resetting. I don't think I could do a speed run of it. Whereas like with the 3DS version, I can pack so much into a 3-day cycle. Whereas with the N64 version, I would be afraid of doing that because of the save problem. Because with the N64 version, or the Japanese version, oh yeah, you can't even,
The 3DS one you can save at the owl statues, but even in the English one, yeah, you can save unless you
well no, but see, in the English version, they actually saved up some space when they localized it, so that you can save at the owl statues in the English version. But in the Japanese version, you can't do that in the N64. Which sucks because, well, I mean, not that it'd be relevant, but because you just, like, I've glitched out so many times on the Japanese N64 version on my cartridge. Like, that's, like, and I think also that's why I didn't play Paper Mario in Japanese, because on my Paper Mario cartridge, it glitched out too. Fancy points out that on Jak and Daxter, even casually is between 3 and 4 hours for 100%. Sub 100% is around 2 hours casually.
Oh, well, we have Jak and Daxter.
Have you played Jak and Daxter? No. Okay. Did Naughty Dog do that, or was that a different studio?
There we go.
Wait, you finished? You got it?
Yeah. The boss is easy.
Oh, so Naughty Dog did do Jak and Daxter. Yeah, there we go. You finished. 100%. And that was in...
100% no.
oh, sorry. Well, 100% of main story.
This is not fair. Maybe I should
2 hours and 23 minutes.
with a nice big
I think the speed run is like an hour.
What is the N supposed to be? Does it stand for Nazi?
Neo.
Oh, Neocortex. He does have a very Nazi doctor aura about him.
But yeah, they escape from that. But if you get all the gems, then you kill him. But he still comes back.
Okay.
He always comes back. Like
Of
in 2,
course.
if you get all the gems, you kill him.
Of course. Okay, so I think, yep. All right, so we're going to wrap it up here. It's almost 10 o'clock, almost bedtime here. Thanks for everyone watching. Programming note, Mark Cerny produced this. So tomorrow I will be streaming on Twitch. I will post on YouTube when that happens. I'll make a text post. And we will probably be shopping for Neo Geo games. We'll go to Mandarake, and then we'll, I'll just look at whatever you guys want me to look at. But the main topic to steer the stream will be shopping for Neo Geo games. I'll try and figure out how to do that on my computer and see if we can make it work. but then I will be posting the archive of that on YouTube at the same time. In the next couple of days, I will have a video up comparing Neo Geo prices on eBay versus Surugaya, much like the video I released yesterday. And then shopping video on Sunday, as always, and a couple of other videos to spice things up over the next couple days. Thanks for everyone for being in this stream. Thanks for watching. Thanks for George for clearing Crash Bandicoot 3.
3 games I've done.
In a couple of hours. Yeah. So, with that, we are going to end the stream now. See you tomorrow on Twitch. Thanks for watching, and mahalo.